You realize that 2.6 million people's lives are saved in the United States every year by everyday blow Joe like me that might want to carry a weapon. How many schools?
2.6 million? I mean,
2.6 million.
I don't know where that number would possibly come from because
well, I mean, I'm just telling you, fact check it if you don't believe me. But it's well over 2 million. It might not be 2.6, but it's well over 2 million. You can fact check it.
So fact check, our guns used 1.5 million times per year to save lives. The claim is the U.S. Justice Department conservatively estimated that guns are used 1.5 million times per year, and then it's false.
It's what?
False. It's not true.
Well,
so we have another mass shooting in the United States a couple of weeks ago. Same thing. Mass shooting in Maine, 18 people dead, over a dozen injured. You know, it's going to be the same thing over and over again. People don't realize we have so many shootings in this country. The number one killer in the United States. You would think that as a number one killer in the United States, we would really get serious and do something about it. But the problem is, in the United States, we are being strangled and basically being held hostage by the NRA and radical gun supporters. Because the bottom line is, time after time, poll after poll, questionnaire after questionnaire, responsible gun owners say they want some kind of gun control legislature or a stronger laws for guns in this country. But because we have the loudmouths, the ones that donate their money to prevent that, it's not going to happen. And the NRA and the crooked politicians that are lining their pockets with NRA money, it's not going to happen, because in this country right now, it's money over lives, period. Money over lives. Greed over lives. Bucks over lives. Money is more worth saving lives, bottom line. So, I mean, that's it. Maine, you've got to be kidding me with that state. No permit required. You can have a concealed weapon, no permit required. Oh, they do have this little, if you have a mental illness, they have a little thing for that. And basically, it has to be proven. It has to be proven by a doctor. You got to be pulled in by a police officer. It's got to be confirmed, and then it's got to go to trial and a judge to confirm that this person is mentally ill. Give me a break. Mentally ill in Maine can have a gun. Bottom line. So it's a free-for-all there. And listen, Maine is not the only state. It's so out of control that, once again, the gun lobbyists have control over the United States. Money over lives. One of the things that I noticed in this whole story as it was happening, one of the gun stores, they were so proud of themselves because they prevented this guy from buying a silencer. What the hell do we need silencers for? A silencer? Seriously? They said there would have been more deaths if he had a silencer. Oh my God. So they were patting themselves on the back, giving themselves claps, and you done a good job, people. You didn't sell this mentally deranged person a silencer. There was all kinds of signals that this person should not have a gun. This person, it was noted by the Army, documentation, that they said this man should not have a gun. Weeks before this all happened. But he had gun. Went out and started shooting people because he was mentally disturbed. He had a lot of things embedded in his brain. Extreme right, of course. Listened to Tucker Carlson a lot. Listened to right-wing media a lot. He was just absorbing it all, and like a lot of other people, and there's people out there right now getting ready to do the same thing. They absorb all of this, and they're ready to go out on their next venture of killing people because they're so angry. Until something is done, the same thing happens over and over again. A mass shooting, Republicans come out and say, it's a mental problem. Guns don't kill, people kill. Thoughts and prayers, Second Amendment. Good night. So they repeat that whole narrative. Democrats, oh my God, we have got to do something this time. This is out of hand. This is ridiculous. Good night. A few days later, it's all over and we wait for the next one. It's the same narrative over and over again. There's going to be another one, probably bigger. There's some maniac in this house right now getting everything set up, getting ready to go out there and start spraying bullets. The right wing. It's not the guns. It's people. It's a mental illness. Second Amendment. Thoughts and prayers. Good night. It's nuts. It's just going to, once again, what's the definition of insanity? Because that's what it is right now. And I brought this up before, too. When we talk about terrorists coming to this country and blowing up the place or kind of trying to kill a lot of people for their cause, their God, their Allah, whatever it is, they don't have to do anything anymore. They sit there and watch us. We're killing ourselves from within. We're eating ourselves from within. We are killing ourselves. Why do terrorists have to do it? All they got to do is wait. Year after year, we're getting worse and worse. The United States there's so much going on right now that we're tearing ourselves apart. We're eating ourselves from within. And then it's going to get to the point where another country says, it's about time. They're at their lowest right now. Let's wait maybe another 6 months or so. Let's give them a few more mass murders. It's out of control. And one of the narratives that I cannot stand from the right, and it's so ridiculous, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Dang, that's a great idea. Who thought of that? That's such a... People kill people. Yeah, that's what we're doing here in the United States. But the thing is, guns don't kill people, people kill people. I was thinking, we could say the same thing about drunk driving. Alcohol doesn't kill people. People kill people. They should have a right to go out there and drive drunk. We don't need permits to drive. We don't need licenses to drive. And if somebody goes out there and wipes out a bunch of people in a car because he or she was drunk, it's a mental illness. He's an alcoholic. Alcohol doesn't kill. It's so insane. But why do we have laws for drunk driving? Why do we have... but they're going to say, it's not in the Second Amendment. If it was in the Second Amendment to be able to drive drunk, by all means, there's no value on life anymore in this country. Once again, it's just the NRA has got us by the neck, and it's like they're squeezing as much money out as possible. And shame on the Republican Party, and there's some Democrats too, for lining their pockets with NRA money every year, because they're going to go out there, the lobbyist for the NRA, because once they get that money, it's like, hey, I got to say that Second Amendment, thoughts and prayers, and guns don't kill people. They gave me money. So what and I get frustrated at the Democrats too, because every time this happens, gosh darn it, we have got to do something about this. What can we do about this? It's just, we're not going to tolerate it anymore, gosh darn it. And then 2 days later, all right, which bathroom should a transgender be able to use? That's it. Well, this is a reality show, people. It really is. We are Fall of Rome. I keep saying, I'm going to keep repeating this on all my shows. The fall of Rome, the collapse of Rome. What happened to them when they got fat and happy and they became spoiled? What happened to them? Read it. You know, there was a survey not too long ago of how many people think of Rome falling or the collapse of Rome. And I thought that's kind of a weird question, but you know what? A lot of people are thinking about it because it's being brought to their attention that the collapse of Rome, the fall of Rome, is basically what's happening here in the United States right now. And I kind of hinted around in another radio show about the New World Order. Same thing. New World Order, fall of Rome. What's happening to the United States? China's sitting there like, we're waiting. Russia's, yeah, we're in with you. North Korea, we're a part of this. Get ready, people. Let's, I guess, keep killing each other. Let's stay divided on politics. Let's eat ourselves to death. Let's complain. Let's be stressed. Let's, we're a mess.